Imagine for a moment stepping back in time to an era of grandeur and opulence where pharaohs ruled the land, the time of Ramesses II. Take a journey with me to ancient Egypt, a time marred by political unrest and social upheaval. Egypt, prior to the reign of Ramesses II, was a land divided. Monarchical instability had brought about economic strife, and the mighty Nile no longer seemed a beacon of prosperity. The social fabric was tenuous at best, with the upper echelons of society exerting an iron grip on the lower classes. Yet, amidst this turmoil, the seeds of change were being sown. On the horizon, a new era was dawning, an era that would be defined by one man, a man destined to ascend the throne and steer Egypt towards an age of unprecedented prosperity. A man who would become a legend in his own right. This was the world into which Ramesses II was born, poised to leave an indelible mark on history. Born around 1303 BC, Ramesses II was not initially destined for the throne. The third child of Pharaoh Seti I, Ramesses II spent his early years in the royal court, absorbing the intricate dynamics of ruling a kingdom. He was privy to the nuances of diplomacy, statecraft and military strategy from a tender age, an upbringing that would later mold him into one of the most influential pharaohs of ancient Egypt. Ramesses II's education was as exhaustive as it was enlightening. Learning to read hieroglyphs, mastering the art of chariot driving, understanding the principles of warfare, and appreciating the finer aspects of religion and culture, Ramesses II was being groomed for leadership. Yet it was his ascension to the throne that truly marked the beginning of a remarkable journey. In his early 20s, following the death of his father, Ramesses II ascended the throne. His initial years as pharaoh were marked by a series of military campaigns aimed at consolidating Egypt's borders and asserting its supremacy. His leadership skills were put to the test, and Ramesses II did not disappoint. One of his significant early victories was at the city of Kadesh against the Hittites. Despite being caught off guard by the Hittite army, Ramesses II managed to turn the tide of the battle, showcasing his strategic acumen. His courage and tactical brilliance not only saved his army from a certain defeat, but also set the stage for a peace treaty, one of the earliest recorded in history. With each campaign, Ramesses II's reputation as a leader grew. His subjects admired him, his enemies feared him, and his allies respected him. His military successes were not just victories on the battlefield, but a testament to his leadership skills, strategic acumen, and a relentless pursuit of glory. With each victory, Ramesses II built his reputation as a fearless leader and a formidable pharaoh. His rise to power was not just a tale of ascension to the throne, but a saga of transformation from a prince to a pharaoh, a journey from an heir to a conqueror, a story of an ordinary man becoming a legend. Now established as pharaoh, Ramesses II embarked on a transformative reign. The land of the Nile would never be the same as the young king, brimming with ambition and vision, took the helm. Ramesses II was a master builder, his architectural exploits still marvelous today. He commissioned cities, temples and monuments that showcased Egypt's grandeur. The city of Ramesses, his royal residence, was one such marvel, an epitome of ancient Egyptian engineering. But his accomplishments weren't limited to bricks and stones. He was a diplomat too, and his reign saw the first recorded peace treaty in history. This treaty with the Hittites marked a significant turning point, transforming bitter enemies into allies and ushering in a period of prosperity. His reign also saw an economic revival. Ramesses II's reforms led to a boost in trade, agriculture and the arts, turning Egypt into a flourishing empire. Ramesses II's reign was more than just a period of rule. It was an era that shaped the culture and identity of ancient Egypt. The death of Ramesses II in 1213 BC marked the end of an era, but not the end of his influence. His legacy, much like the colossal statues he left behind, towered over the generations that followed. He became a figure of reverence, a symbol of the grandeur that was Egypt. His life and reign were immortalized in countless tales and poems, shaping our understanding of ancient Egyptian culture. Fast forward to the modern era, Ramesses II's influence permeates popular culture, from novels to films, his name synonymous with the mystique of ancient Egypt. Archaeological discoveries related to him, particularly his well-preserved mummy and grand monuments, continue to captivate researchers and history enthusiasts alike. These relics serve as tangible connections to a time long past, offering invaluable insights into one of history's most remarkable civilizations. Even today, millennia later, the name Ramesses II echoes through the corridors of time, a testament to a life that shaped the course of history.